Hi everyone, this is Arthur. I have been in business for 13 years, and if I were 20 years again, but I had this experience that I have now, I probably wouldn't start this business right away. Even think I have my own business for most of my adult life. I have stores, I have a pharmacy, I worked with online markets, sold products for companies, and later I started making medical products. When I was younger, I thought business would give me freedom. Today, I'm not sure about that anymore. Sometimes a person with a good job can have more freedom than a person with their own business. Because when people think about business, they usually think about money, but they don't always think about what they have to give that money. How I started? I started in business in 2013. First, I have a small office. Then I opened a store. Uh, I hired workers. Later, I opened a second store. After that, I opened a pharmacy. I worked it for about 6 months, and then I closed it. The costs were high and profit was low, and that why I closed the pharmacy. And there was too much to work. Uh, that was I learned something important. Sometimes it's easier to start business that to understand that you started a wrong business. Later, online marketplace became in very big in Russia, and normal stores started having more problems. They Today people do not need to drive across the city to buy something. They take their online. They compare prices. They read reviews and they order the products online, and no one go to the all type of stores. So today I would not open a normal store and just wait for people to come in. We changed our business and started making own medical products. And there I saw another side of business. Business doesn't allow business does not always give you freedom. When you make your own products, there are always have problems. Materials is not arrive. A machine was breaks. The worker does not come to work. There is a problem with the product. A supplier make the bigger price. An online marketplace change its rules, and when you are owner, every big problems comes comes to you in the end, because there is nobody above you. When I was young, I think mm, I do n- I do not want to work to someone. I want to work for myself. But later I understood something. When you have a business, you do you do not have only one boss. Uh, Now you have customers, workers, suppliers, banks, online marketplace, and the government. Yes, you make your own decision, but when something was wrong, you also have to deal with it. Here is something I would not agree with when I was younger. Maybe a good job is better than a normal small business. Imagine you are 20 years old. You do not open store. You do not take a big loan. Instead, you learn and useful skills and became very good in your job. For the next 10 years, you learn and get experience. At 30 or 35, you may have a good income. You may speak good English. You know people in your area of work. You can change companies. You can make another country. You can move to another country. You can find better job. And in many job, when you work they finish it, you can turn off your phone and go to home. A business owner, a business owner can leave the office, but business often stays in his head. So what is the real freedom? Having your company or having a good job, good money, and free time after work? When I was younger, the answer was easy for me. Today is not. Does it mean business is bad? No. I'm not against business, but today I would choose a business much more carefully. I would not want to start a business where I need building machines, a warehouse, workers, and a lot of money from day one. Today, I'm more interested in business when you can test the idea without spending too much money. Online, IT, applications, AI, automatization. Today, the person can make a simple first version of product that need many people before. Uh, This does not mean making money is easy, but now it can be much cheaper to test your idea. What would I do if I were 20 years again? First, I would learn the useful skill. I would learn English. Would work for 5 years in good companies. I would save my money, and at the same time, I would try to small projects. I would start a real business only when I saw a good chance to make money. Because today, I think you should not start a business just because you want to say, I have my own business. You would start a business because you see a real problem, you know how to fix it, and you understand how the people will pay for you. My main point, after 13 years in business, I not I will not tell you do not start business, but I will also not tell you everyone should have business. Do not think that business is always better than a normal job. Having your own company does not give you freedom. Big sales not always mean a big money for you, and having a normal job does not mean you failed. For me, the question is, what kind of life do you want, and how much way can give you that life without taking too much from you. Uh, if you could be 20 years old again, but keeping everything you know today, what would you choose? Business, a job and a career, or career first and business later? Write your comments. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.